It's been 17 years since the release of the first Dragon Age game and 9 years since the release of my first video about Dragon Age. Granted, I have made videos before that. I in fact started this channel with theory videos about Mass Effect Andromeda back when that had just been released. My very first video about this series of games was about the Black City, released on the 8th of May 2017. To this day it remains one of my favorite videos, not just because it's about a topic that had always intrigued me, before Veilguard that is, but because it started my love for Dragon Age as I remember it. Perhaps it's a sudden burst of nostalgia, or loneliness, or something else entirely, but recently I started to realize I miss Dragon Age. Even before I started making videos about it, Dragon Age had always been more than just a game to me. Unlike many people I know that played the games, I did start the series with Origins, shortly after Awakening was released. What stood out about it to me was not the combat or the graphics, which even back then looked like something that went through Clarkson's V8 blender. It's always been about the world and the writing. Characters with motivations and personalities of their own that don't feel like some generic person meant to show you how amazing you as the main character are. Above all, I loved the Grey Wardens though, and I still do to this day. There's just something about a famous, or depending on your point of view, infamous group of elite fighters that tickles my fancy. Perhaps it's my love of tragedy through sacrifice, or the inner desire to feel like I belong somewhere, but the Wardens have always, and will always, hold a special place in my heart, no matter what comes. It took another 2 years after the release of Trespasser for me to start making videos, and I don't even really remember what drove me to it. I think it was a combination of wanting to share my ideas about the game with someone, and the fascination with video editing. I adored editing and loathed it at the same time. It's always been my most and least favorite part of content creation. But seeing that Black City video come to life and releasing it to the world was something special. Suddenly, people were listening to me, some 20-ish guy from the middle of nowhere ramble about random topics from a game that I and they loved. Suddenly, I was part of an amazing community where people shared the same interests as me. They enjoyed interacting with me, and I with them. All I cared about back then was what video could I make next, because I loved the interaction with people. I mentioned in the beginning that recently I've been feeling like I miss Dragon Age, and that's odd, because it's not really gone. I can play the games whenever I feel like it. Perhaps what I really miss is something else. The collective enthusiasm of fans being passionate about a series of games and pouring their hearts and soul into figuring out scraps of information. Veilguard caused a lot of outrage for many different reasons. Some I can understand, others I can't. But it also felt like the end of it all. No more theories, no more hunting for scraps of lore to figure out what the future holds. No more people speculating for years and just having a good time with it. I guess I miss what Dragon Age was to me. Enthusiasm, creativity, friendships, community. I wasn't always positive or morally correct in regards to Dragon Age, BioWare or the players, but I have always loved the games, all 4 of them, and I always will. If you watch this far, I want to say thank you. It means a lot. I'm not at a terribly good point in my life right now, but I hope we will see each other again in the future. I'll try my best.